power is no longer a nice word. It has a decidedly sinister ring to it. When we speak of power, we tend to think of dangerous relationships or of wider systems of domination and control. But that is not how might or power is understood in Christian teaching. The early Christians often compared God to a breastfeeding mother. It is a favorite image in numerous sermons and writings from the ancient church. We relate to God not like loyal subjects submitting to a powerful ruler, but like infants drawing nourishment from a mother. God's power is not only above us, but also alongside us, beneath us, and within us. It is not the power of subjection and control, but a power that frees and enables. Augustine described the divine power as maternal love, expressing itself as weakness. This is not like the power of the pagan gods who intervene in the world from time to time. God's might is everywhere present in creation. It is the underlying mystery of everything that exists. It is not just a solution to problems in this world. It is the reason there is a world at all. We could not really trust in God if God's power were limited, sporadic, or unpredictable. A God who exercised that kind of power would be a pagan God, not the world's sustainer, but its invader, or perhaps a distant ruler whose wishes have to be imposed by force. That is the problem with trying to place any limitations on God's power. If God's power were just one power among others, if God were mighty but not almighty, then divine power would end up being another form of manipulation or control. Only a God who is totally free and totally sovereign can relate to the world with total love, patience, and generosity. There is power elsewhere in creation. Each living thing has its own unique power and energy. But God does not have to compete with these other powers. God's power is their source, the reason why they exist at all. God's power is what sustains and nourishes the power of creatures. True power is not the ability to control. Controlling behavior is a sign of weakness and insecurity. True power is the ability to love and enable without reserve. God's power, like the power of a good parent or teacher, is the capacity to nourish other agents and to help their freedom grow. Without the sovereignty of a good parent, children have a diminished sense of their own worth and their own agency. In the same way, God's sovereignty is what secures human freedom, not what threatens it. In the Creed, we confess the three great movements of God's power. God lovingly brought the world into being. God lovingly entered the womb and became part of the world in Jesus Christ. And God the Holy Spirit is lovingly transfiguring the world in the lives of the saints. At every point, God's power is hidden. It is a gentle omnipotence, as the British theologian Sarah Coakley has said. God is invisibly almighty in the act of creation, invisibly almighty in the womb of the Virgin, invisibly almighty in the darkness of the tomb, invisibly almighty in the company of believers and in the communal life they share. The world lives because of this gentle but all-embracing power, and we are free because of it.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it. at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.